Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo. We have mail. Mail. Let's see, what was this one? Yeah, that one can go. Oh, this is another one from Lobo, so it works out. Okay. Well, I do want to get my hat back out, so let's do that really quick. Bam. Now, from Lobo. Have you tried using this type of stationery before? I thought it was stylish. Okay, he's just giving me paper. He wants me to write him. I don't have room to write letters. Cloudy paper. I know it's a pretty common paper, so I think I'll just sell that one. I'm feeling a bit tired today because Frisk was having a very zoomy night. And that meant that I didn't get much sleep. At least much constant sleep. Like, I was asleep a few times, just like, not constantly. Whoops. Which, you know, is kind of a problem. Like, she was just in general zooming around. One of the problems she had was she ended up getting some poo on the floor and then wanted it cleaned up. If she just didn't get it on the floor, it wouldn't have been a problem that needed to be cleaned up, but, you know. Alright, Gem Rock. Do a save and continue. She also, like, knocked her cardboard bed off of the dresser. Which I don't know what else to call it other than that. It's like, it's a cat bed made of cardboard. It's like a mix of like a scratching post kind of deal and a bed. It's kind of neat. She loves that. She literally likes it more than like her fluffy beds on like her cat trees that she's had. Like, it is her favorite bed. Which like she knocked that down a couple times. Like, I don't even know all of the times that she woke me up, because, like, there were so many of them. As in, I could legit probably just go back to sleep right now. I'm that, like, I don't really feel like I've slept. I know as today goes on, I'll probably, like, my body will finally be like, right, burst of energy for a bit. Trying to think of something to talk about that isn't just my computer woes again. Where are you going in a hurry, Gabby? Good, so you today, Pookie. So what's going on? So you know, Pudge, right? Well, last time we were talking, our neighbor left something in my house. Could you return to his place? I'm just too busy. Alright. I mean, it does look like you're watering flowers, so I'll allow this. You do seem actually a bit busy. Okay. Hey, Money Rock. Neat. And I'm having a normal luck day. That's also pretty neat. My headset audio has been going kind of crazy lately, and I don't like it. This feels like everything in mine's breaking. Which, like, it's again another case of, like, I didn't think I'd be replacing my CPU anytime soon, so, like, you know. Oh, Pookie, I wanted to let you know I'm embarking on a new adventure. reading about how movement is a good way to further your personal development. Oh, that really resonated with me, so I decided to move on the 29th. You know what? I kind of want to just let Sky go. Like, I don't really want villagers to move before I fill up the final slot again, but like, for reasons of X's nickname also being Sky, it is kind of... It's a good and a bad thing for me to have the animal Sky, because like, that's giving me something else to correlate the name with, but also on a bad day it can really remind me, and it's like, I do like Sky as a villager, though. But like, she really wants to further her development. I'm partially, at that point, just worried about where villagers are gonna move in. But, like, I already have that worry. Man, this is a hard decision. Because, like, she has a good reason for wanting to go. And it would also probably be good for me. Like, it's a good plan. Glad you're being so supportive. This will be my first step in a whole new life adventure. Maybe that'll be a bit more of the closure I kind of need. I don't know. Probably not. But I can hope. Man, my mood just took a pretty big drop. Ugh. Hate it when that happens. Must think of something to talk about. I have been encountering a lot of super testers in warships, but saying that kind of thing doesn't really mean anything to you guys. God, I wish I'd actually been, like, doing things lately, so I could actually, like, talk about stuff. It'd be great. Ooh, butterfly. Valuable butterfly. And here I was thinking this guy just wanted the silver ore. If I change my mind, I will have time to, like, ask her to stay. Because, like, that's one of those times where, like, no matter what I say to the villager, I'm going to feel bad. Hey, Pudge, I have something for you, buddy. Good evening, cool guy. Wait a sec, it's not easy at all. Let's try it again. So what's up? Delivery! To Pudge. From Gabby, I wonder what this could be. It's my snow shirt. Actually, I thought this was long gone already, so I bought a new one. That's a lot of bells, but sure. So either Pudge, like, just rushed out and bought a new snow shirt, or the last time he and Gabby talked was a long time ago. Good as always. What's going on? Let's chat. Cool guy. I don't need to stay in any official records, but I'd like to be a person who lives on in people's memories. If I encourage or cheer people up by being someone they always remember, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, you do that, Kurlos. Now, I mean, Kurlos has also given us a few scares. But, like, you know. You know, like the time he was like, hey, I want to move, I'm doing this for me, I need to do this, and then, you know, I was all sad, and like, I was like, alright, my man, I guess. And then he's like, what, I was just seeing if you wanted me to stay, now I'm gonna stay even harder now. It's like, wait, Kurlos, what? But hey, you know, that created a lasting memory, so... He did what he wants to do. Hey, Lobo. Caterpillar! See in your face. So let's just say I'm ready to start a new day. So you need something? Let's talk. Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything since I woke up. Can you run real quick and give me some fruit? Not just any fruit. It's gonna be a nice, fresh, juicy cherry. Sure, I got your back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's literally a cherry on the floor, like, just over here. Yeah. Hey, man. Get you your cherry. Please take this cherry. Also, if you could tell me where the final fossil is, that'd be great. So it's delicious. It's only been on the ground for, like, week or more. He's completely satisfied, though. A modern wood clock. They're still in the habit of giving me clocks. Trying to think of where I haven't been. I don't think I've been behind Pudge's house. Yeah, we've seen Bella recently. Wait, there it is. Right by the Kerman. So done it again. I buy a yellow bar tea every time I go shopping. He's got too many. Why did you ever wear them? Sure, I'll buy it. I mean, it'd be nice if you'd wear something other than that, you know, someone from any town design. That'd be nice. I missed. There we go. You know, I suppose there's something I can minorly ramble about. And that's, a comment I was seeing a lot yesterday on, like, videos talking about, the Wukong game. The one with really bad optimization and performance. And there was people saying, like, oh, well, this will just be this generation's Crisis. It's like, not really. Because, see, here's the fun thing about Crisis. Yes, when Crisis came out, it was insanely hard to run, even on the highest-end hardware of the day. But the highest-end hardware, all you had to do was drop the resolution down a stage and lower the graphics settings a little, and you could run it. Effectively, you did what upscaling does now. Well, see, you can't really do that with the vast majority of modern graphics cards, even though graphics card development hasn't kept up. Also, I'm going to call it now. Our turnip price is 86 bells. One of the few times I actually slept long enough for this, I had a dream where I was I was coming in to check turnip prices and they were 86. So now I'm kind of curious if they're actually going to be 86. Nah, 60. Well, it'll probably be 86 sometime this week. But, like, just looking at NVIDIA, going from the 30 series to the 40 series, the only spot where there is any massive, meaningful uplift is at the very top end. Like, the 4090 is better than the 3080 Ti, because there wasn't a 3090. At least that I remember. There might have been. I know there's one now, because that was like... It was something along the lines of, like, that was supposed to be, like, the 4080 Ti or something, and then it was worse than the 4080, so they decided to make it a 3090 or something. I don't know. It was complicated, but either way, there's a large performance gap even between those two. But that's really about it. Everything else, like the 3060 to 4060, it's basically the same performance. In some cases, the 3060 beats the 4060. Same with the 3060 Ti to 4060 Ti. The, you know, the 3070 to 4070. The only spot where that starts to win is, like, when you get into, like, the 4070 Super Ti. And it's like, okay, that's... You're taking the piss now, NVIDIA. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this present. Balloon dresser. I mean, this is a nice dresser, but I already have multiple copies of it. So, like, that's where a lot of people's complaints come in, of the modern gen graphics cards don't feel modern. And even a 4090 struggles to play this game. So unless NVIDIA's 50 series, which they do have in the works, and apparently are releasing at some point this year, unless, like, the 5060, which sounds like such a awkward name, unless that ends up being almost 4090 in performance, Wukong is still going to be a bad game. Because that's another thing to remember about the Crisis era. Of, like, by the next generation of graphics cards, it really wasn't that difficult to play the game. But also at the same time back then, all people were looking for was 60 FPS. Which, ironically, they really should have been looking for and asking for more, because, you know, the 2006-2007 range, there was still a lot of CRT computer monitors. Oh, hey, it's a Gulliver day. Okay, well, let's see, I gotta get my Gulliver guide up. Hey, Gully, it's time to wake up, buddy. Time to wake up, buddy. Time to wake up, buddy. But, like, the reason I say people should have been asking for more back then is, like, the latest CRT monitors back then, like, the newest ones, were really high refresh rate. They were, like, 200 hertz displays. Like, that was nice. They were, like, buttery smooth. Yeah, I might forgive you, Gulliver. Yeah, this is pretty typical. Big storm ever. Pretty sure he was on this place somewhere or another. You can't remember where he was headed. Yeah, just let me know everything you need, everything you do remember, my man, and I'll do my best. Okay. Place he's heading to is sort of, has a sort of famous symbol of something cool. Called a Merlion? Merlion? Okay. Okay, Merlion. Not ringing any bells yet. Yeah, I do know that, Gulliver. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea, so... Let's see... Apparently Singapore. Alright. Singapore, marvelous! That's it, that's the country! Thank you so much. Now I can head there with another pause. I'm gonna give that Merlion a handshake. Be sure to give him one for you too. Alright. But yeah, like... There were definitely ways to run... You know... Crisis. So, like, even though it was not an easy game to play, it was still playable. But, like... Yeah, Lobo, don't give up on me. Hey, man. Hey, Spot. Lately, I've been hearing people call you S-Train. Kinda catchy. Shh, don't see why not. Strain. I am a strain. I know I am. But, like, the thing that really bothers me about the Wukong game is that you have the 4090 struggling with 1080p. The RTX 4090 was sold and advertised as a high refresh rate 4K graphics card. I could understand it struggling with 4K in the game. I could understand it playing well at 1440p instead of 4K. What I can't understand is it struggling at 1080p. Which also, like, as I made mention of yesterday, the main reason seems to be Nvidia basically went, yeah, how about we have ray tracing on all the time? Which more or less proves that, no, having ray tracing on all the time as the default lighting engine and stuff is not good for games. We now have something to point at the ray tracing enthusiasts to say, yeah, hey, no. No, it's not actually good. Especially where, like, I know I always go back to this example, and I know some people would say it's kind of cheating to always go back to this kind of example. The Metro games still look absolutely stunning. I forget which one it is. I think it's Metro Last Light that came out in, like, 2013, 2014. That still looks amazing by modern standards. That was my thumb twitching. But, like, visually, games really haven't advanced that much. From, like, the best-looking games of, you know, just give me a shell. Of, you know, yesteryear to today. Like, visually, the best-looking games still look good. And then you get games that went with style over graphical fidelity, and they look even better. You know, like, I suppose they don't look better, but, like, compared to a lot of the contemporaries at the time that were all like, these games look super impressive. You know, things like Borderlands still hold up amazingly well because they went with a style, not graphical fidelity. But, like, the games trying to be hyper-realistic tend to almost always get outdated. Except things like Metro. And I think it's just because Metro went just that hard onto their textures. Doesn't help that, like, they also went with a bit of a style, and it works. Like, it's great. But yeah, I'm gonna meet you guys back here later today for our afternoon turnip prices, so. Because I do that, and hopefully I'll have more things to actually, like, ramble about then, and I won't be anywhere near as depressed, hopefully. So yeah, see you guys later today. And I'm back. I'm also considerably sweatier than I was earlier because I just got back in from mowing the lawn. It's still really hot outside. I mean, it's August. It's supposed to be hot in August, but it's still really hot outside. There's a hurricane about to pass by. You'd think that would make it cooler, but nah. Nah. We likely won't even see any rain from it, sadly. I really like the rain. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but, like, I just really like just sitting and listening to the rain. 51. Okay, 60, 51. The morning definitely seems like it's better. I had nothing on me to sell. I don't want this afternoon clip to be, like, 2 minutes long. I do also have food cooking, so, like, I should probably be mindful of that, but it's on a timer, so. And it's, like, in a toaster. It's in a toaster oven, so it'll, like, just shut off when its timer goes out, so, you know. I remember I had my coffee earlier. I have my coffee now, if I haven't. I have not had it yet today. Yes, I would like a coffee, Brewster. You know, Brewster, it's kind of rude of you to only allow me to have 1 cup of coffee a day. I should start buying some to take it home, so I can have more than 1. Because, like, I tend to have, like, 3 or 4 cups of coffee in the run of a day. I drink too much coffee. For anyone watching this, don't drink as much coffee as I do. It's not very smart. Coffee is bad for you. Caffeine in general is bad for you, but in small dosages isn't the worst. Aye, be that me lad, Stephen. Do ye come here often? Hehehe, this be our usual bean hunt. What I wouldn't give to have that much hair on me head. But then you wouldn't be a kappa anymore. Kappas don't have hair on their head. That's part of being a kappa. Like, I'm sorry, Cap'n. That's just how your species works. And, like, if I remember the legends correctly, the more bald a kappa is, the more attractive they are. So what he's saying is he wants to be less of a ladies' man. Got it. I mean, I could imagine that getting bothersome after a while. Let's see. There we go. Got a little fish. Got a seahorse. I still don't really know much what to talk about. Suppose I can make mention again of the Stop Killing Games initiative. If any of you guys watching me are Europeans, hopefully you're interested in that and you'll sign it. Because, like, I know I've mentioned this a few times, but, like, I really want to, like, show just how important this is. Like, this initiative goes past video games. Like, here's an example for you. Let's imagine in the future, like, this initiative fails, and in the future, you buy a car. Because everyone's got to have a car. Like, we're a very car-focused people. Like, race. Well, then let's say, after 2 years of owning that car, the engine stops working. Because the company that made it released a new model and decided they don't want to support the old model anymore. If this initiative fails, they will have legal precedent to say, video games can do it. That is literally the position we're in. Like, if we don't act, then we stand to lose everything. Like, just imagine that world. I can promise you, it's a possibility if nothing's done. We just have a great position to do something about it now using video games. And, like, I want to say, like, share this section with people you know. Like, obviously don't make them watch this whole video if, you know. Oh, just show them the bit yourself. Like, pull it up on your computer or phone. Just show them this bit. Like, this Stop Killing Games goes beyond just games. It is going to affect everything. Everyone is going to benefit from this. That's the beauty of it. Like, just think of what the EU has done to, say, stop Apple from its weird monopolistic practices. You know, like forcing Apple to actually use a standard charging cable. Like, if the EU hadn't done that, well, then every couple phone generations, Apple would have kept making a new charger, forcing you to basically throw away all your old ones because they're not needed anymore. And, you know, make you buy new ones. Because, you know, the oh-so-eco-conscious Apple just conveniently doesn't want to sell you a charging cable with a new phone. They want to sell you that charging cable separate, so they can charge you separately for it, in a big slab of packaging. That creates more waste than having just included the charger with the phone in the first place. Like, this is the kind of thing we're dealing with. Companies are fully willing to sell you things over and over again and continue to make things not work. And think of this one. There are electric car companies right now selling cars that contain everything. Like, they contain heated seats. They contain, you know, performance packages. Like, basically, they lock away performance. And the only way to unlock that performance is to pay a subscription to the car company. If you don't pay it, you lose the stuff that's literally baked into your car. Once that company is no longer there to pay a subscription to, you'll just never have access to that stuff, even though it's in your car. Things could go wrong with that stuff, and probably prevent your car from being used. You know, let's see what these two are talking about. Hey there, I need to come up with names for my new album. Can you help me? Sure. Let me hear what you got. Great, thanks. Okay, the first name I came up with, Gabby sings songs and stuff. Isn't that a little on the nose? Well, duh, it's supposed to be. Never mind, it's probably too sophisticated for my audience. How about Gabby's super sing-along? Except I hate when my fans sing along with me. Rude! That might be considered false advertising, then. Maybe I should just go the diva route and simply call it Gabby. Pookie, what do you think? Who's Gabby? That's epic. But why would you name your album that? Why did I even bother asking? But yeah, like... You want to know the funniest thing? Back in the 60s, car manufacturers actively fought against seatbelts being included in cars, arguing that it would be too much of a cost for them to bear, to have to put seatbelts in every car they make. Thankfully, logic won through, and the cost of adding seatbelts to cars is a negligible amount to the profits being made. Because more people are likely buying and driving cars. Because if they hadn't added seatbelts, and all of the dangers we know of driving were still known because they were, I could almost guarantee you people would have basically stopped buying cars. Or another way to look at it is they would have stopped buying cars from the car manufacturers that refuse to do it, and start only buying them for the ones that will do it. The same sort of thing will happen with video games. It'll just take some time. But the problem is, without the industry being mandated to do it, all that results in is the industry dying off. Because the car industry would have died off. Because there still would have been a large number of people not wanting to buy cars. Because they can't be sure that, sure, this company that is deciding to put seatbelts in their cars, like, well, they're doing it for now, but who's to say their next model's gonna do it? You know, it's things like that. Like, this isn't something that you can just be like, well, eventually we'll get there. Because we kind of won't. The games industry will just die without any sort of nudge. And I don't think anyone wants that. Not even, you know, the companies that are using it as the test bed to basically try to build legal argument for why they should be allowed to scam you. Because I can almost guarantee, like, Ubisoft shutting down the crew and getting a contract that basically said they had to do it, potentially. We don't know the full details. But don't you think it's a little too convenient that it was a car manufacturer that was probably the reason that our video game no longer exists? When car manufacturers are working towards trying to build up their industry so that they can basically sell everyone the exact same car, but only unlock certain features if you pay them extra money? Don't you think that's a little too convenient? Just a little? I know that's a bit tinfoil hatty of me, but, like, I'm probably not wrong. That's the sad part. Like, we need to do something to stop games from being destroyed so that 10 years from now, your car still functions. Like, that is the world we're in. As crazy as that sounds. But that is going to be it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then.